Thanks for checking out this video. In this episode, I'm going over some wrestling portraits that I've taken over the last month, how I accomplished them, and some stories behind each shoot. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and check out the rest of this episode. As wrestling is starting to open back up again, started hitting me up asking for headshots and stuff that they could use for the promo pictures. And of course, I rented some studio space, kept socially distant, all that fun stuff to keep everybody safe, and got to do a couple really cool little shoots. The first ones that hit me up were Devon Monroe and Julia Hart. In both cases, as the wrestling characters and as people, are very kind of colorful and bright, and I wanted to bring that into the portrait sessions as well. Like, we got a couple regular, no extra fancy lighting or anything like that shots with both of them for safety, but then we also played around. In Devon's case, it was a red and yellow. It was an attempt to do kind of a rainbow effect behind him. And with Julia, because her gear is so blue, I wanted to do an icy blue kind of look, so we did a blue and purple with hers. And I thought that both of those turned out really well. And they're some of my favorite shots. And then the next person to hit me up was JDX, who JDX I've shot with a bunch. Incredibly talented performer and wrestler. And one of the things that kind of sets JDX apart is he's so poised. A lot of the places around the area have seen his poise, seen in how he carries himself, and we're like, you are going to be our champion. You will be, the person that we kind of put the focus on. And because of that, at one point he had 5 belts from various promotions, and now he's down to 3. He's only a champion in 3 different promotions. But he's so poised that I wanted to do something different with him. And because we had access to the studio, as we're doing, the normal sessions, I was like, oh, JDX, like, let's do, because the last thing that he wanted to do was in this suit. And like, let's do a little session with all 3 belts and you in the suit on this purple couch, and have it be very regal, very royal looking, and keep that poise and that confidence going. And I thought that turned out really cool. Then I also did some tag team stuff and some singles stuff with Rylie Jackson and Levy Cruz. Both of which, super fun guys, very energetic, and they both kind of brought a different style to it. Rylie, in one of the photos, he's got his t-shirt, the cream of the crop top, got the glasses on, which every single time he wears those glasses, I slightly hate it because they look so good, but with my lighting setup, I always get a glare. So I had to Photoshop and make sure the glare wasn't into the glasses too much. And then the final person that I shot with, we didn't actually do any photos. We were actually doing a video promo, and that was with the Frontman Jah-C. Jah-C very much is that incredibly charismatic. I mean, he is the frontman. So always brought a lot of energy, a lot of charisma, and we got, everything set up. Did a multi-camera setup, which I'll talk about multi-camera editing in a later video. We did the multi-cam setup just so we could get more of the documentary feel for the interviews, because we thought that would be a different take on the other wrestling promos that we see out there. So it was that behind the music, that old school MTV VH1, behind the music, second camera shot. And part of why all of these people, especially Devon, JDX, and Jah-C, hit me up for photos at this time was because this Saturday there is a big wrestling show in Des Moines, Iowa called Black Wrestlers Matter. They're donating proceeds to various charities, and they're also live streaming, so I'll have a link in the description down below. So make sure to check that one out on Saturday. I'm super excited for that show. JDX is actually in what is going to be the main event, taking on ACH. Jah-C will be in action against Airwolf, and they had a fantastic match. Literally the last show that I did before lockdown was the First Wrestling Rosedale Mall show, and it was headlined by Jah-C and Airwolf. Airwolf came out on top that night, but we'll see if it's different going forward. And then Devon Monroe is taking on Faye Jackson. Card, like I said, it's available to stream him as well. They're not a sponsor or anything. I just was really excited for the show and excited for my friends that are on it. So I wanted to spread the word about this show. You can find me on all social medias at Knocked Out Films. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. Oh, and give it that thumbs up. And let me know what matches you're excited for on Saturday.